think some white girls cannot fathom that a girl who's not white can be considered pretty.
My biggest hater was my white sister. So, background story, I was adopted by a white family and they adopted me as close as possible to their birth daughter's age, which was so we can get along, which never happened. And I kind of have sympathy for her in this story because growing up around a bunch of white people and I was like the, black girl in the whole freaking community damn near. And people would compliment me, people would be, because I was like a freaking zoo animal. So everybody's like, I'm like the black girl. And of course, they were doing it. A lot of people were complimenting me and giving me attention to make themselves seem like they're not racist. So my sister did not see it as, as like that. But every single time we get a compliment, like a compliment on my hair, oh my gosh, I like your hair. Can I touch it? And then she would chime in and be like, oh, it's fake. And I think she just could not fathom the idea that for so long she was the only girl in her world, her little world. And all of a sudden there's this black girl who she didn't see as, somebody who's above her in any way. She saw me as beneath her. And this went on from childhood to adulthood. And the last thing I remember that she was, so nasty and snarky to me, we went to a store and I was wearing this outfit that I had put together and I was so proud of it. And someone's like, oh my gosh, I love your outfit. And she gives me the nastiest dirty look because she turns, she's like, whatever that is. And I didn't say anything. And part of the reason why I didn't check her is because I live in a household where the whole stereotypical of the black woman, angry black woman existed in my household. And I was seen as a black angry girl, the black angry woman, if I would defend myself. So even if I would, tell my parents about it, they'd be like, well, what did you do? What did you say? Like, they wouldn't believe me. Like, they were more inclined to believe my sister than me. And another incident happened when it was her wedding day. And I really wish this did not happen on her wedding day because the attention should have been on her 110%. And the one of the photographers like saw me and she like pulled me aside, and I was a bridesmaid in my sister's wedding. She pulled me aside and I was kind of standing next to my sister a little bit. My sister was behind me, and she's like, oh my god, you're so pretty. And I kind of tensed up a little bit. I'm like, I really hope my sister didn't hear that because I looked to see, and her face looked different. My sister's face looked different. I don't know if she heard it. And I'm like, I really hope she didn't hear that because I don't want to upset her. And two, it's her wedding. It's her wedding. She should be the center of attention. But that was just like our whole lives. The way she hates that girl hated me. And to this day, she hates my freaking guts. She could not stand the fact that I was getting attention and that she was no longer the center of attention. And honestly, I can, as a child, I can understand and sympathize with her because think about it, for so long, your family, had you, and all of a sudden these two black kids show up and all the attention that you had on yourself is no longer there. And you have to like learn how to share that. And it must have been hard for her as well to feel like she's like in the background. But I wish she understood like the attention that I was getting wasn't necessarily like good. White people were just trying to make up for their racism, make themselves seem like that they're not racist. So they would just be over and above when it came to me, when it came to like giving me compliments. But when adulthood came and she still continued the same behavior, I'm like, all right, yeah, we can't do that. We have to figure it out now. So you got to grow up now. I don't live in your home in the home anymore. I'm like 2,000 miles away from our hometown. You have to figure out how to move on from that. And honestly, safe to say that my sister and I do not have a relationship anymore. Like, we don't talk at all. Like, and I think she's happy that it's like that. And me too, because she was fucking toxic.